The Sonos Move 2 was released in September of 2023, and I've had a chance to use it for a while, so it's time I give you guys a review on whether or not this thing is worth it for $450. Yes, the speaker is very expensive, but it may just be worth it for some of you who want that premium Sonos sound. Taking a look at the design, this speaker looks very sleek and high quality, which it absolutely should for being so expensive. It weighs 6.61 pounds, which is definitely not light for a speaker that doesn't always have to be plugged in. Up top, we have this hard plastic shell, which has this smooth kind of grippy feel to it. Of course, we have the speaker grill wrapping all the way around the outside, except for the very back here. And we have a silicone base on the bottom, which feels very soft. Now, these materials are all sustainably sourced, which is pretty cool, and supposedly they are shock resistant as well, so this thing is drop proof, even though I'm not really willing to test that out. In the box, it comes with a nice charging station that you can set the speaker down on, which makes this thing extremely easy to juice up, and when you're ready to bring it somewhere, just simply grab the handle on the back and lift it off at the charging station and you're ready to roll. In terms of portability, this definitely wouldn't be a speaker that I would plan on taking with me to most places because it's just way too large and heavy. But if you really wanted to, you could probably fit this in a backpack if you're going on a camping trip or even just a quick trip down to the beach or pool. I think the Sonos Move 2 is more of an at-home everyday speaker that you might bring outside or around the house, as that's what I've mainly used it for, but if you really wanted to, you can bring this wherever you're willing to carry it. It is IP56 water resistant, which means it's resistant to powerful water jets from all directions, but just make sure you don't fully submerge it, as you do not want to ruin your $450 speaker. You can absolutely bring this to a beach, and if you get caught in some light rain, it will be fine, but I do wish it was IP67 certified so that it could be fully submerged in water, as that would give me more peace of mind. One great thing about the build of the Sonos 2 is that it can withstand temperatures all the way down from 32 degrees Fahrenheit to 113 degrees Fahrenheit, so you can pretty much use it all of the time without having to worry too much about the weather. The battery life has improved drastically, and we now have 24 hours of listening time, which is more than enough for me, and the original Sonos Move only had 12 hours, so it's now doubled. I found that I never really play music for more than a couple hours at a time, so I'll just pop this thing on its charging station when I'm done using it so that it's always fully charged. It does take a while to charge back up if it is fully dead, so you will want to make sure that you don't have to charge it up last minute. Now, one thing that I found pretty nice is if you ever needed to replace the battery in the speaker, you can actually buy a kit that allows you to do so. When it comes to the controls, we have the majority on the top. The button in the very middle is the voice assistant button. We have the pause and play button right here. The skip song and go back to the previous song buttons are on the outside. And my favorite thing about the controls on the Sonos 2 is definitely this volume bar, because you can just slide your finger from side to side like this, which is very satisfying, or you can just tap on the minus or the plus to adjust the volume. On the back, we have the power button, the Bluetooth button for pairing your device, and the microphone button that you can switch to block off the microphone for the voice assistant. And yes, this is a smart speaker, so you can use it with Amazon Alexa or the Sonos voice assistant. Do be aware though that this doesn't have Google Assistant, so you'll have to either use Alexa or the Sonos Assistant, which only takes a couple minutes to set up in the Sonos app. Speaking of the Sonos app, you will have to download it to initially set up the speaker, and it will allow you to use the speaker over Wi-Fi if you want to stream music, a radio station, or whatever you'd like directly from the internet. By the way, the speaker does integrate with just about every single streaming service that you can think of, like Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, and more. I usually find myself just using the Bluetooth to listen to Spotify, or sometimes I'll just listen to a podcast. But just in case you are wondering, the Move 2 does have a Bluetooth 5.0, Wi-Fi 6, and Apple AirPlay support. Now within the app, there's a lot of features that you'd expect to see, like the battery life of the speaker. You can set up stereo pair that will allow you to connect to another Sonos speaker so that they can play music together. We have a custom EQ to slightly change the audio based on your own personal preference, and True Play, which will allow the speaker to adjust the audio based on the environment it's placed in using the microphones. Under this battery section, I found that it really helps to turn this toggle on so that it automatically turns the speaker off when I'm not using it to save its battery life. Under the star here, you can search for music within the Sonos radio, and there are some more basic features in the app that we don't really need to talk about. Overall, the app works really well, and it has everything that I typically look for in a portable speaker. Now, I know you guys are probably wondering what this thing sounds like, so let's go ahead and jump into the audio test.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way.
I know an audio test isn't the best depiction of audio since you guys are listening to this speaker through my microphone onto your device, but it is better than nothing. Overall, I do love the sound in the Sonos Move 2. It has 3 Class D amps, one mid-woofer, and dual tweeters, and this speaker has an impressive soundstage. The bass has a nice kick to it, but it doesn't overpower the vocals, and the instrument separation is pretty awe-inspiring. I have noticed that the audio does feel a bit compressed sometimes, but the overall audio quality is very good in the Sonos Move 2. For those of you who really care to have the best audio possible, unfortunately we do not have LDAC support, so you will only be able to take full advantage of the audio if you're streaming music over Wi-Fi with the Sonos app, or if you're using an aux cord with an adapter to this USB-C port on the back, since there is no auxiliary input. Before I tell you guys my thoughts on whether or not the speaker is worth its price tag, let's talk about a couple more features that I don't want to miss. The Move 2 does come in 3 different colors, including white, an olive color, and of course this black color, which I think looks really good. On the top of the speaker we have 6 far-field microphones, which I'm not sure if you can see that on camera or not, but these allow the speaker to hear your voice when you're using the voice assistant. Thankfully, we do have a charging indicator light at the bottom here and a power indicator light at the top that lets us know whether or not the speaker is turned on. The last thing here is that we can't use this speaker for calls through your phone, which I am assuming most of you don't care about anyways, but I wanted to mention it just in case. So what do I think about the Sonos Move 2? Well, $450 is a very high price tag, but we do have that premium Sonos sound and just about all of the features you would ever want in a speaker, except for LDAC support, a better waterproof rating, and faster charging speeds. Overall, if I was looking for a portable speaker, I probably would get something less expensive, like the JBL Extreme 3, or even the Sonos Roam, which is a lot smaller than the Move 2, and it costs way less at I believe $134 right now. But that being said, I could see how the Sonos Move 2 might be worth it if you are planning on getting it as a smart speaker at home and a portable speaker at the same time, so that way you don't have to buy multiple different devices. Overall, the Sonos Move 2 is a great portable smart speaker with some really cool features, but I do wish that price tag was a bit less. If you guys have any questions or thoughts about this thing, make sure to comment down below and I would try my best to get back to you. Also, if you guys do want to check out the Sonos Move 2, I will put my affiliate link in the description below this video for the most updated price. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!